Good evening and welcome back to 31 Horror Nights. It's October 30th and tonight's movie is Real. This is a found footage horror movie from 2015 that's kind of interesting because you can watch it for free online on their website. Apparently it's the beginning of a series of movies, and I almost think it's supposed to be like an alternate reality game as well. Maybe sort of like Marble Hornets. The trailer seems to be about a guy who's like a super found footage horror movie fan who's making his own movie. I've seen similar ideas like this before, movies that are about making a found footage movie. Butterfly Kisses and Found Footage 3D both come to mind. I know next to nothing about what this movie is or what it's about, but I've heard it's good, so I'm gonna check it out and see. Wow, that trailer was misleading. Throw most of what I said away. This review is not going to be split up because this movie is actually very easy to describe. This is someone making a fictional snuff film. You just don't know that until it starts with the snuff film part. I'm giving Real a 2 out of 10. It started out as something that might have been good, but actually it was never supposed to be good. It was sort of like Malignant. It was a bait and switch. The fictional director of this snuff film, Slasher Victim 666, comes from a family of murderers. There are these backwood hicks living in Burberry, Ontario, which I guess is the Canadian equivalent of the Deep South, I don't know. But these are technologically advanced hicks. They make movies out of their exploits. And poor Slasher Victim 666, his family never let him make his own movie. But he found his mark with the online horror critic Todd Smith. I've seen my fair share of irredeemable jackasses doing horror nights, but I think this one might be the strongest combination of jackass and stupid. I can't even tell if watching Todd Smith try to do monologues and sound important is torturous or amusing. It's like if that kid who thought he was funny in middle school but everyone hated was an adult. He talks in circles, he peppers swear words all over every single sentence. It kind of reminded me of that video of Shallon Lester trying to roast BTS. It just felt like he was making it up as he went. This movie seemed to go the unfriended route, I guess, of having the characters that you're following be revealed to be absolutely reprehensible so that you can watch them die in terrible ways and not feel that bad. But the deaths in that movie were clever. It's not clever here at all. This movie started out really promising. Because in addition to all the other terrible things about Todd Smith, he's also pretty much a stalker. He breaks into his brother's house because he's convinced that his sister-in-law that he doesn't like is cheating on him, even though he has no evidence of that. So it could have been a poorly made stalker movie, all the while the person is actually being stalked by someone who's competent making their own film. Which could have been interesting if they had gone somewhere with that, but about 2/3 of the way through the movie, Todd gets captured by the family of Slasher Victim 666, and so begins the snuff film. And it is gore and torture porn. I mean, I would be disgusted by it, but it went on for so long, I was just bored by the end of it. I think they said in the movie it was 12 minutes long. So Real is kind of like Hostel or The Human Centipede, where it's based almost entirely around blood and gore. It just hid that until the end. I will give the movie that it was very well edited. I enjoy the way that it was put together. I mean, this backwater wrong turn reject actually does have a knack for filmmaking. Or, as I should say, the actual director of this real-life movie was really good at editing. And I'm not going to say that this movie didn't do what it set out to do. It's sort of like Eraserhead or UFO Abduction. It's a movie that tries to completely simulate something else. And I will give it over something like Hostel or The Human Centipede, is that at least it feels more realistic. But if I had known what this movie was actually going to try to do, I never would have watched it, because why would I? Any enjoyment I got out of Real was from before I realized what it was actually up to. And now I know that I have absolutely no interest in watching the sequels. You fooled me once, Slasher Victim 666, you're not getting me again. And actual director Chris Goodwin, you seem like you can actually make movies. What the hell were you thinking with this? Okay, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't care. And what do you know? That's 30 movies. I'll see you on Halloween for the finale.